Anyway, so, okay, it's a little, I'm starting a little late here, but on the other video, but it's okay. Hashem caught all my words, and it'll be in the next schach of next year. Okay, so this idea of this willow, and we're celebrating, Hoshana Rabbah very soon. And like, we're going to do all these rituals, and I hope now when you're going to see it, you're going to be like, a love story like never before. I mean, it's been a love story since Elul. It's been a love story since, Matan Torah, but each step of the way, it's getting hot and holier and more like passionate. So the willow is, according to the Frierdiker Rebbe, not the person who has nothing. He doesn't have the intellect, he doesn't have the passion, he has nothing, no misses, no tam, no reach, no taste, no smell, nothing. But it's not true. This represents the simple person that has absolute commitment. It's not because he's so emotionally attached and wants to do it. It's not because he has such an intellect that he like the pure simple person that has absolute faith and a commitment to God in simplicity, with hod, with humbleness, but he's strong in his conviction. So Rabbi from our shul, Rabbi Newman from the Beverly Woods shul, gave a beautiful Dvar Torah of this man who actually was in the concentration camps during the German war and the Holocaust, and he had an opportunity to be in for the most part, better than the rest of the people, because he had a certain job. And then they actually were very, very kind to him. He was able to have his tefillin, but, it was in the concentration camps, but he had a pretty good position. But came Sunday, he started Sunday, and then came Saturday, and it was Shabbos. And he's like, oh my gosh. His rational mind kept thinking, should I break Shabbos? Break one Shabbos, you can break 1,000. And this would be pikuach nefesh. This would be a chance of a lifetime for me to save my life. And I have every right to. The other emotional part of him was like, no, I've never worked on Shabbos. That's it. I don't care if I die. He was back and forth. Then the man comes. Why aren't you working? And he says, it's Shabbos. I never worked. I will not work. In an instant, he had the answer. Like, that was his pintalayid. That was his hod, his submissive, humble, but very strong faith in God that he could not break his commitment. All of a sudden, before you know it, they take him, and he goes, okay, who knows, I'll be in Siberia, now no tefillin and no harsher. And then he's like, he finds out that the man, the SS person, says, oh, good, this is the kind of person I want for a job. When he heard that this guy was willing to die for his faith, that this is the kind of person he wanted to guard his, the workplace that had all the produce that people had been stealing. So in fact, not only did he have better conditions, and in fact, he didn't have to work on Shabbat, but his life was saved because of his commitment. This is the willow. It's not about intellectual back and forth. Is it halachic? Is it not halachic? It's a firm, commitment beyond rationality, and so this willow that we're now going to be taking, we're now understanding how holy it is. It's like a very high level. And this willow, if you look at it, the way all of the four minim are in groups growing, but this one grows near water. And these are very moist. So when we hit the aravos on the ground, the moisture acts like a way in which the breakage of the leaves bring out the moisture. Now this moisture, on the one hand, is representing we want the geshem, we want the rain to come. This is our prayer and that represents the material and the spiritual, that we want the brachas to come out. Rabbi Pinson actually explains from Kabbalah that because it looks like lips, and because the moisture comes out, it represents the kiss between the two aravos, showing the achdus and the brotherlyhood and the affection between one and another, and of course between Hashem and us. That it's now past the chuppah, it's now past the time of the few days, and now the embrace, like the sukkah is embracing us, but now it's the kissing part, the higher level, as it were, of the spiritual excitation that we're experiencing from this union with Hashem.